What's up, y'all? It's Kenny Cummins here. You're chilling with Kenny C. Happy Jordan year.
Yeah.
That's I got it for everybody else, so I'm going with that trend. Happy Jordan year. For those that don't know what that is in particular, that's Michael Jordan, the GOAT. His
Go.
jersey number is 23. It's 2023. So that's my clarification for that. But my next guest at this time, coming to you from all the way from San Antonio, Texas,
Yes,
talented
sir.
hip hop artist. He released an EP last year called "Consequences of a Dreamer," and
Yes.
just to kick things off, he joined forces with Jumpin' Joe the Rapper for a track called Champs. And that song is available on all digital music platforms right now. And he's got his name in the background. So it's very, very nice. Well done. He goes by the name of B. Watkins 10. He's with me
Yes.
right now. What's good, man?
I'm chilling, man. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Great to have you. I know we had an interview scheduled for last month, but we wasn't able to get that done. But
Yeah.
here we are, man. First show of the new year, and you won. So everything, the timing turned out to be very, very good. With you just
Nice,
putting out
man.
new music and everything. And we're gonna talk about this champs joint. Uh,
Yeah.
in just a bit. We're gonna talk about that because I heard the snippet of it on the IG story. I said, "Ooh, let me go to Spotify and listen to this song in its entirety." And then once I did
Yeah.
that, I was like, "Okay, he must want me to play the song," so I did. I think that
I
was
appreciate that. That's good looking out on that, man.
yes,
It's a dope track, man. Way to start out the year. All out, like you said, Jordan year. That's
yeah.
what it's about.
Absolutely, man. So, let's talk about your journey first, man. As far as you getting started, what got you into to being an artist, a music artist?
I guess I started out and after high school. I'm kind of like a late bloomer to the game. At least trying to be professional. I first started with my homies, in high school. We just kind of rap, and make like dumb songs, parodies in our own way, Um, but we both kind of would stick with it. My homie, he's a really good friend, Anthony Austin Brown. He does comedy. He makes music as well. But we kind of started out really young, and then we both ended up. I went to high school in El Paso, and we both ended up in San Antonio. And then we just kind of joined forces. I met someone goes by Scripta, who showed me how to record at home and how to count beats. But at one point in life, I kind of was going through some real hard times, and music, I guess, is it kind of saved me. And I'd start out kind of writing just my feelings down as like poems in a way. And I've had people say my lyrics in songs, you could read them as a poem because that's how I write them, and then just deliver them to the beat accordingly. But I mean, I kind of stuck with that, and just people just kept telling me keep going, and I just kept going. I kind of wanted to be more professional. I got my logo, came out with my logo, got the signs, invested. That's one thing I will always tell people: always invest in yourself. So if you want to make a song, you can make it on your time. You can make it how you want. You don't have to save and then go pay for someone else's studio. Invest in yourself. And I kind of followed that journey. But I also will say, get a job also, and kind of balance both because some artists, I'm all for, believing in the dream and going for it, but I'm also kind of a practical person, you got to have some source of income. So I got a job that kind of works with my schedule. I could do shows still at night and write music and all that and kind of work how I need to. But I guess my music journey, it's kind of started as conscious rap. So my first song on iTunes that I ever dropped was called Chances, and it sounds more like an alternative song because it's the guitar as a beat. But it just talks about, taking your chances. A lot of my music is about that, trying to, take your chance. You're not going to get anywhere. You never know if you could win if you never try. That's kind of what my music's about. Life will always kick us down, but we got to keep going.
So you mentioned that when you got started, it was more of a conscience of music per se. Um,
Yeah.
as you have evolved since then, how do you feel as far as the type of music that you do now? If someone wanted to ask you, like, what's your approach? What's the type of music that you do? Or you feel like you're still in that lane, or you feel like you moved on from that per se?
I feel like I moved on. I guess now I'm trying to just show my versatility. I also sing, so I'm working on a R&B album, which will kind of switch things up, get a whole different demographic. And I've started working with artists like Jumpin' Joe, and there's another artist. If people follow me on Instagram or Facebook, they'll also meet Obi-Wan. I've made some really good songs with him. He kind of broke me out into that R&B vibe. So I'm gonna be dropping stuff like that, but I just want to be able to drop music that you can listen to in any scenery. Like there's club music, there's also music that you can just drive to and not say a word. There's music, you want to sing along with. I want to dominate all of that. So I'm gonna just be dropping singles with some club joints here and there, but I'm also gonna be dropping some R&B this year, and then of course I'm gonna stick with my word flow and my punchlines and all that with my rap. I can't stop doing that because that's what kind of got me where I am. But
Cool,
I,
cool. And he
yeah,
also pointed out earlier, you know, investing in your dream, that's cool. Long as you got something else to lean on, because
yes,
yeah, so the job thing, I can relate. I'm enjoying my quote unquote New Year break from work, and I gotta get back to work tomorrow.
I
So
know.
that's you know, it is what it is, especially if you are in this music thing. It's very important. Like, if you really going for it, go for it. Just make sure you have something else to lean on.
Yes,
It's that you being able to adapt per se, especially if you're an independent artist. So
yes,
that's very, very important. So I do respect the fact that while you still got some conscience in your music, you're showing some versatility per se. Um,
yeah.
and and I'm very, very intrigued about this R&B project that you're working on. Very, very intrigued with that. As you was going through your music, getting started, who are some artists out there that has inspired you, whether it's indie artists or mainstream artists? Who do you consider like some influences or those that have inspired you as an artist?
Um, Definitely Kendrick. Kendrick for sure you got to because the messages he relays also. I love music where you can relay a message, but still say it in a cool way. But the message overall. Logic, I've listened to a lot of Logic. I have his music. Chris Brown, just because the singing is you can't beat a good ass Chris Brown joint. I'm sorry, you can't. And then just how he is as an entertainer. I don't connect a whole bunch of like everyone has their own problems. So I'm listening to music. I enjoy the music. Um, I definitely would say old school R&B. I listen to a lot of Tyrese, Jodeci, Casey JoJo. All the good ones. And that's before I really started trying to sing. That I would just listen to. Like I'm a mechanic, so I'll just be under trucks listening to R&B all day. Uh, but as rap, also Eminem. I love wordplay. If you know me, I'm someone who I pay attention to. Of course, I listen to the beat, but I'm listening to what people are saying, and so I love that. Drake, just because he's managed to stay relevant through how many years? You know, I was in high school, we were listening to him. So I mean, there's different reasons why I listen to different artists, but mainly what I really like, Outkast, can't forget them. I listen to Outkast a lot. When I lived in Germany, I listened to West Side Connection, you know, Ice Cube, all of them, and NWA, all that, of course, Snoop Dogg, Biggie, all of them. I was in high school, but I guess nowadays I listen to more so like Kendrick, and I don't really listen to a lot of the new school. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not the biggest fan of how autotune is being used nowadays. So if you have some crazy autotune in your song, I'm sorry, I'm probably just gonna be like, I can't do it, you know? Like like I applaud everyone for for their success, but like one artist where the autotune just kind of kills me. They say good stuff, but the autotune kills me is Lil Baby. That just like, because some songs it sounds kind of like muddled and muffled. It's just it would sound better without it, you know. And so I like artists that sound like a person, you know. And so that's what I try to do is sound like a person. I don't want my voice to digitalized, you know, it's crazy.
I can understand that. People have their preference per se.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like at this stage of my life, I would prefer people to use their normal voice, whether you're rapping or singing.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least try it once, because who
You
knows?
never know.
You never know. Um, but hey, it's a poor wise and um usage
Yeah.
usage. Yeah. But people have their own preference at the end of the
That
day.
is,
So
that's why
it
I'm
is.
like, hey,
Yeah.
people at the top for a reason, you know. So I can't
Yeah.
hate on it, but I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So um let's talk about champs, man. You and Jumping, Joe the Rapper, joined forces for this track, released it on New Year's Day.
Yes.
What was it like linking up with Joe for this track?
With this one, he kind of sent it to me because we released one last year called MVPs, and MVPs was like the first time I met him, and he's like, "Hey, yo, I've heard some of your songs. You'd be down to hop on the track?" I was like, "Yeah, send it to me. Let's see." And it turns out Jumpin' Joe, the rapper, also lives in San Antonio, so we've been able to perform on stage together. It's been pretty cool. He's a real cool dude, and I mean, he stays working. He's and he hits me up whenever, and he knows I can get it out real quick, and I can hit him up. Champs, I mean, I got that out to him probably after like a week, but then I sent him a song the next day, which we'll be releasing soon. And he got it back to me like the same day, his verse. I was like, man, I mean, so it's good to work with people that have that mentality, like you said, you know, that champs mentality. You know, surround yourself with people that are just as hungry as you, so everyone can kind of team up. Teamwork makes the dream work. And when I heard that beat, I kind of just like I felt like I got my Ludacris on. You know what I'm saying? Ludacris was a big person I listened to as well. And like there's a bar in there where I was like, shit, slapping man. They thought that we're pimping. And then the ad lib in it is like it sounds like from the Ludacris. So it's like old school, it's kind of out there, but you know, we just have fun with it, man. But at the same time, we kind of can deliver that message, you know, be a champ. You know, everyone can be a champ. Everyone's an MVP. Just go out, get it, and you know, have a good time while you're doing it.
Check that song out. It's on all the platforms right now.
Yes.
Jumpin' Joe the Rapper featuring BY King 10. Go check it out. So it's and they released the track just the once the ball drop literally. So
Yeah.
go check it out. For these fellas, I'm definitely glad to get Joe on the show in the future, considering you have mentioned that you got more music together on the way. So Um, um,
Yes.
just follow him on Spotify just moments ago. I got the release radar, looking out for that every Friday. Um,
I
and
appreciate that.
and since you got this song out and you got the R&B project on the way, so I usually do Music Mondays on Mondays, obviously. But with this being January, and it's a slow time for music artists, like as far as music, I say, you know what? I'm gonna give my music friends till February, and
Okay.
then um, and once I get the songs lined up, I'm gonna start playing them. So with that being said, I can at least let you know that Champs will be included in the first playlist of 2023. Gonna put that on there
Hey,
sometime in February, and whatever else you and Joel may have out by then, and we'll go
nice.
on from there. So I just want to put that out there. This is Champs is on the first playlist of the new year, and that won't be till February. So
And we appreciate that, man. We appreciate that.
yes, man. So you out here got the merch, got the hoodie,
Yeah.
got the shirt in the back.
I got
So
I make my own stickers as well. We
okay.
we do it. Everything's at home. I made the hoodie myself, shirt myself. Not the sign. There's an artist in San Antonio that he goes by Gus Goodworks Woodworks, my bad. Gus Woodworks on Instagram, and he makes neon signs. He's a real cool dude. He does great work as well. But music wise though, I I write my own lyrics, record it myself, engineer myself, make my own merch. We out here, we trying to do it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So I want to get to the R&B project. How you feeling about it? When can this R&B project be released?
Um, I have right now. I have probably 4 or 5 songs that are a couple are done, and then a couple are in the works. But like, there's gonna be a song called TLC, a song called Getaway. Um, there's another song that we're gonna have on there also. I just sent it out. It's gonna another song called Body. Um, but pretty much, I've always wanted to do kind of R&B, but everyone likes when I rap, and a lot of people they like when I don't rap fast, like chopper fast. Don't get me wrong, but I can kind of pick up the tempo. So and people appreciate that about my music. But like I was saying earlier, I love R&B, so I kind of sing just kind of on my own time. And one of my homies wanted me to sing a hook for him. He's in New York, and he was like, "Yo, can you sing a hook for me?" I was like, I can try." So I tried it, and it actually became a really good song. It's called "Let It Go Far," also on all streaming platforms by Obi Wan featuring B Rockington. And ever since then, he kind of hooked me up with a couple of beats. Was like, "Yo, keep doing it." And so there's also a few previews on my Instagram and on my Facebook. If you scroll down, there's one for TLC and one for Getaway. If you wanted to see a preview, anybody can check those out. But you know, kind of going into new grounds. But I'm gonna make sure I get someone that can master it perfect if I can't, because these ones got to be like they're gonna be like some '90s R&B. That's what I'm trying to do. Like no auto tune. I'm about to have some of those music videos like Usher where I'm spinning in the rain and shit like that. I'm gonna be doing all sorts of stuff. My wife be looking at me funny sometimes because I feel like you just it's a feeling, it's a vibe. That's why I love R&B because you can really feel the song. So
Yeah,
it's a
man.
new area, but I think we'll be able to have it out. I'm gonna try to have it out by spring, though. In all honesty, I'm gonna be hitting the studio, just knocking them out. Something new for everybody.
Gotcha, man. I'm excited about it. So definitely will keep an eye on that as well. But for the time being, you want to hear this man spit, man, like really, really spit. You go give the Champs track a listen. with Jumpin'
Yes.
Joe the Rapper. That's on all the platforms. To San Antonio's own. And that city is no stranger to championships,
Yes.
courtesy of the San Antonio Spurs. And they about to have a football team there, courtesy of the XFL. That
Mm.
they start their season next month, so that's a couple weeks after the Super Bowl. So I'm very curious of how Texas is football, but San Antonio's been more of a basketball city. So I'm definitely curious of that crowd, you know. So, but with
I
it
am
being
too.
yeah, so with that being in Texas, like they're gonna have a good turnout, So we'll see how that goes. Um, Man, it's great having you on the show, man. Um, Before I do let you go ahead and promote your social media links and where can they find you?
I appreciate that, man. You pretty much anyone can find me with B_ROCKING 10. That's my Instagram. That's my TikTok. I also make like little funny videos here and there, but there's a lot of my previous music videos. And I have my YouTube. My YouTube is Tony TONY B Rockington. And if anyone ever wants to book me for anything or wants collaborations for songs, I'm always willing to work with new people. No matter where you're at, we can make a hit. It's going to be B_rocking10 at yahoo.com. But I have a Facebook as well. Everything's B Rockington. Try to keep it simple. And then it's also my last name. So it's just chopped up. Try to keep it original. But I mean, yeah, I'm on everywhere. And you can follow me out. And if you want to work, I'm always down to work and make some great music so everyone can have some vibes, good vibes out there.
Oh, he ready, y'all. He ready. Rapping, singing, don't matter. He got you. So link up will be Watkington and let's put some music out, man. He's ready. New
Yes,
year,
sir.
new opportunities. He's very eager. Great having you on the show. You've been an incredible guest. As I've already said, Champs is on the Music Monday playlist next month, and once the R&B project is out, it'll be on there as well. And
Yes, sir.
so you mentioned you and Joe got another song on the way. There's a timetable for that.
It's called No Chance, and I want to have it out before the end of the month. I just got to get one more verse in there. But Joe, he came correct on that one, and he's already got his verse in. So I just got to do a little bit more on my part, and we're gonna get that out for y'all.
All right, man. Check him out, B Watkin10 on the social medias and on the platforms. Um, make sure you get that underscore in there. Um,
Yes,
you probably still will get his name either way, but you help yourself. You put that underscore before you
yes.
put the Watkin10. Uh, Great having you, man. Best of success, and thanks again for your time.
Thank you for having me on the show, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, man. You have a good week.
You too, man. And a
All
happy
right.
new year, brother.
Happy New Year. All right. Deserve.
Peace.